Good.
Welcome to Common Crawford and the Jersey Guide Podcast.
What's happening?
What's going on, gentlemen?
How's everything?
Good.
Good.
We have a guest with us tonight.
Yes. Sir Frank
Welcome
is back.
back.
Frankie.
Welcome back, Frank.
From
Hey, what's up,
Tennessee.
guys? How you doing?
Yeah. Too good to be true. Got you back again. Like, thank you for letting us in and hanging out with you again.
Yeah, my head's swelling each time. Although Louis gave me about 6 minutes on this one. But,
Pretty much.
so is that Louis doing the intro now?
Yup.
He took over
Yeah.
Tom's spot?
Yeah, you see this, though? He's just being a
Change it up
bully.
every once in a
What's
while.
up with that?
Yeah, he's being a bully, bro. He muscled him. You had to see the arm wrestle going on in here. He's like, I'm doing it now. No, we just we switch it up, you know.
We'll
Here's
do
something
it
different.
live instead of a recorded one.
Right,
You know?
yeah, and that's
Keep
the other
it,
thing,
you
too.
know.
Yeah, live. Tom, we recorded Tom's voice.
So
on
we
this,
can take
so.
turns if we want here and there,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep.
Sometimes, yeah.
So, it's
Oh,
amazing.
well, I'm happy to be here again with you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Well, thank you
Thanks
for coming. Like I said,
this is
thank
perfect
you.
because this is one of the ones that we like to do, like we did last. We had the questions that we were giving one another on the last podcast. This is that the same kind of genre. You know, the things you heard when you were growing up, the silly things or phrases that your parents would say, or even grandparents,
Yeah.
aunts, uncles,
Yeah.
whatever, or even people that you knew. You know, like have a pot to piss in, but not have a window to throw it out of.
Yeah,
And
so
then,
we got the origins.
you know,
Origin
things like that.
stories.
And
Yeah.
your parents would say that, don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Yep.
Things
Yeah.
of that nature. Where did they come from? Why did they say those things? You know, it's crazy.
Yeah. So now
you
we're
know,
gonna
Frank,
have,
you grew up with that. I know your parents.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
you know,
that's
it's funny
the time we grew up.
when I heard when we were going to be talking about this, you know, it's like scary enough. Some of the darker ones started popping in my head, you know, like my dad driving down the Bell Parkway going, don't make me pull this car over.
Yeah.
yeah, because you knew
Yeah,
that
and-
beating was coming.
Yeah, and that kind of worked.
That is hilarious.
Right.
Those are good ones, though.
So don't look a gift horse in the mouth. What does that actually mean, right?
Go ahead.
Don't criticize or question the value of something you got for free. Take it, thank you, and go on your way.
That makes sense.
Go in peace, my son.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Right?
Be thankful for what you're getting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, meaning you're very poor, have no money or property at all.
Yeah. That's a good one.
But I also heard that back in the day, you know, in Europe, they just took the right out
Yeah.
the window.
Yeah, so they would
You
pee
know
in
what
the
I mean?
pot, in
Yeah.
the piss pan, and then throw them out the
Just
window.
throw it out the window.
And that's
They
why they
didn't
used to
care.
have women walk on the outside, right? What they was? Or wasn't the inside? I
They-
forgot.
what was it? That's a good one.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what it was.
You know what? You might be right on that one.
Yeah, because I think it was that the women walked on the inside, so that this way, because the trajectory of the urine or feces that was in the pot.
I thought it was
They
to keep
would
them
miss the
safe
girls.
from anything on the other side of that side of the street, you
Well,
know, keeping
yeah.
them open to it.
No, that was us later on. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
that
that's
might be
what I
true.
thought.
That might be true.
Yeah. No, I think it was for us when we, for us, that's what it was. It was, keeping the girl on the inside, like to protect her and such. For back in the day, before they had toilets, they would have women walk on the inside, and that's where they said men started to wear hats all the time, so that this way, if anybody emptied out their pee pans from the houses and throwing them out the window, that it wouldn't land on the guy's head; it would land on the hat.
Okie dokie. That's pretty interesting.
And people say we haven't evolved as a society.
Yeah,
I'm
right?
just saying. At least we found one spot to pee in and not on out
Thank
the
God
window.
for
and
plumbing,
shit.
man.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you.
Yeah. Yes, the Roman Empire.
Yes.
Indoor
right.
plumbing.
That's right.
That is too funny. All right. How about this one? Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Right.
Why not? If that little shit don't shut up. No. If he's acting up, no. All right, so that came from, it says, don't discard something valuable when trying to get rid of something unwanted. Oh,
Right.
okay. That's cool. I could deal with that.
Yeah.
That's
and
good.
I'm sure
That's a little scary, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they
There's
wanted
some,
to throw the baby out the window.
And I'm sure the origins of those,
Don't throw
that
baby
one
out with
is
the bath
probably the same as the pot to piss in time because you threw out the bath water.
Right,
You didn't
yeah.
have a drain system.
Yeah.
There's no sewer
Oh,
system.
Yeah.
You had to carry the
Throw
water in,
out
and
the
you had to
bathwater,
just
so
carry it out.
Yeah.
So don't throw out the baby with the bath
Yeah,
water.
Jack and Jill went up the hill. Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
That's a good one. I
Yeah.
didn't even think about that, Tom. Hold on.
I'll
And
be
that
there
was-
with bells on.
Okay.
I'll show up cheerfully and enthusiastically.
There you go. There you go. But that one we knew. I think we all
That's
did.
me.
That's Frank when he said that when he heard we was coming on the show again. He was here with bells on.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. See?
You know, hopefully someday I'll be there and I can get on that YouTube channel with you guys, and I'll bring.
Sure.
I'll be there with bells on.
Yeah, come on. I'll laugh if you roll up in here with the bells on around your neck. That would be great.
would be funny.
You'll hear me jingling up the driveway.
Yes. Oh, it's gonna be a Christmas episode. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, and you guys know I always love those.
Okay, here we go. We'll go one a little bit sarcastic. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, bright as a cave.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah. See, so that's a sarcastic gem right there. Because someone or something is not very bright at all, dull-witted, clueless, or oblivious.
Yeah.
Used to roast someone gently or not so gently.
Right.
So that's
Not the same as you're as sharp as a bowling ball.
there you go. I love those. Yeah, I like the sarcastic ones if you didn't know. Well, this one, he said right there, Lou, sharp as a marble.
Sharp as a marble. I always heard it as bowling ball.
That is funny.
Yeah.
You found anyone you like, Tom?
I love these, man. These are great.
Tom is reading the list.
Just, I'm reading the
Even
one, and I'm just hearing it in like the most like stereotypical Southern accent. Lower than a snake's belly in a wagon rut.
That is too funny.
That's awesome,
So,
man.
Frank, you being out there, though, Frank, is there anything that you've heard that you didn't hear growing up in the city, in Brooklyn?
Yeah, like, what's the big, the phrases out in Tennessee versus where you and I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, or around Jersey?
Well, I mean, growing up here in Tennessee is like, woo wee, you find it at a new set of snow tires. But, back in Brooklyn, it was like, when I was your age, I walked 10 miles to school.
Yeah, uphill.
Both ways.
Right.
And 5 feet
In
of
the snow. Barefoot.
Yeah.
That's right.
With holes in my Converse.
Right.
My Pro Kids. That is funny. What was the other one you said, Tom? That you were like, the other one you just said?
Oh, no. That's the one I read before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, now I like the sarcastic ones. I'm not going to lie. I like those. I think those are funny.
This is one I use a lot. I say that's not my cup of tea.
What about that put hair on my chest?
Something,
Remember
you
that
don't
one?
really like or enjoy. It's not
Right.
it's
not my cup of tea. Yeah.
That put hair on my chest.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That was one back in the day.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Said jokingly about something tough,
Yep.
strong liquor or food, implying it'll make you manly.
Stud muffin.
Put hair on your chest.
Hey, bada bing.
See, I got some
What were you going to say, Frank?
Back to the sarcastic ones, like I can picture my dad going, oh, close the door. What do you live in, a barn?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My father always say, if you worked in the house, take your hat off.
Yeah. But that was respectful, wasn't it? That was
I think
thing?
because it was more military.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Do you know what the why it's rude to wear a hat indoors?
No.
Because it's going back from the days when people used to still use horse and buggies, and it would be dirt roads.
Uh-huh.
The wooden tires, the wooden wheels would kick up a lot of dust from the dirt roads.
Okay.
So people would wear hats because you would have dust in your hair. So if you wore the hat inside, it was rude because
Did you bring the dust?
you're bringing all the
everything?
dust on it
From the outside. Gotcha.
Well, there you go. That makes sense.
But it's outdated though. Now it's like, oh, take your hat off. But it's like kind of like an outdated thing.
Yeah.
But still.
Well, no,
people
because
do
if you're outside and you're you're walking
Yeah.
around, there's still dust and dirt or whatever.
Right.
You're
think of
walking
it.
and shit.
We have it really good when you think about what we have right now, right? We come home, we have hot water.
Yep.
We have soap, clean. But you think people back in that day, how they had to survive, they didn't have that until later on.
Yeah.
So then that was a luxury when they first started.
But isn't
getting
it
that
funny how
These
a lot of these sayings
go
are
that far back?
back, like
It's
where
crazy.
it's even outdated, like
Yeah.
don't even it doesn't.
There are a
apply
lot
to
that
any-
people still say, especially from my era. If
No,
you're still
but
Gen
like-
X, you're gonna,
Oh, yeah.
you say it because your parents said it.
Yeah.
You wound
Yeah.
up whining, saying
But it
it.
was even outdated in
When
our
they did
parents'
it.
generation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they go back generations.
Yeah.
Like a watt pot never boils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far back does that go?
Holy
I can
cow.
picture like a family sitting around a fire outside. Is it ready yet, Pa?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Holy cow. Those are crazy. You going to say, Lou?
colder than a well digger's butt.
Really?
In January.
I've heard colder than a witch's tit.
That one I heard.
All right. So then, I mean, same thing.
It's cold. I read that one. It said you're so cold, you're cold to the bone.
Okay.
Yep. Right.
There's a saying they used to have in Jersey, but my friend Steve, and he was from Queens. He said they said it too. So I don't know if it was said in Brooklyn too. But you ever heard the term for when it's cold? It's brick outside.
Yeah, still say it.
It's brick.
Yeah.
Yeah, yo, it's freaking brick out there.
It's mad brick outside.
Oh, shit, it's crazy brick, yo. Like, yo, it's super brick out there. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But Louis, maybe you can look this one up.
Yeah.
You're the bee's knees.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
the bee's knees. I actually had that one. It's on this list, actually.
I forgot.
I don't know what that means. I never knew what that meant, though. And I guess I was too lazy to look it up, so I guess I didn't really give it.
Right. Yeah, Lou, you're going to have to find that there.
Yeah, I'll find it.
I'm going to do this, the sarcastic one, about as useful as a screen door on a submarine.
Yeah. Don't let the door hit you where the Lord split you.
There you go. That's a good one.
I'll give you the country one. You're about as useful as tits on a bull.
There you go.
Yeah.
There
Not
you
the
go.
sharpest tool in the shed.
Yeah. Oh, here's a good one.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
Oh, okay. What is that? What's that from? Yeah, because I don't understand that.
Meaning directly from the original or most reliable source.
No, okay. I thought it was coming from.
That's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I thought that the first person that it was referenced to looked like a horse. I get it. That makes sense. Oh, here it goes. The bee's knees.
Yeah, does it?
Meaning really cool or great.
You're the bee's knees.
Yeah.
You're the
Some
bee's
of
knees.
these I never heard.
Now I guess I know why I didn't have to look that up.
Yeah, seriously, yeah. It was more common sense than we thought.
I
thought there was a little bit more deeper meaning to it, but
some of these I never heard. Nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
I've heard that one.
I never heard that one before.
Man,
but think about it though. How much does that make sense?
Hell yeah. Yeah, because then too there was cartoons. They used to show that. Yeah, the cat sitting right next to the old lady's chair and she's rocking, and the husband next, and he's like, and he's just like swinging his tail. Yeah, falls asleep and she gets caught. Yeah, that's freaking great. Here you go.
Come hell or high water.
Yeah. Now, all right. So what is that?
No matter what happens, I'm doing it.
There it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I'm making sure it's gonna happen.
That's right.
Oh, here's one dumber than a box of rocks.
I love that one.
Yeah.
I love.
We all know what that means.
Hell yeah. No, elevator doesn't go all the way to the top.
Yeah. Oh
yeah. Yeah, it stopped off for like
fries short of a Happy Meal.
Yeah, I love those. Those are the freaking greatest, man. I love them. Hell, ugly as homemade sin, meaning really, really unattractive, brutally honest, old school insult.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
Yeah, that's a great one.
That's a good one. I use that a lot too.
Those are freaking great. Yeah, because I would drop you at my feet on purpose, like that kind of stuff.
Running around like a chicken with no head on. With his head cut off, I'm sorry. Meaning act frantic, panicked, usually getting nothing done. That makes sense.
Which is, the way they used to do it when they used to harvest a chicken.
Yeah.
You'd used to chop its head off, throw it up in the air, and it would run around basically until it, till the blood gushed out of it and fell, and that was that.
No way. That's freaking... again, that makes sense. That makes
crazy,
sense.
Man.
Yeah.
Sorry, I brought that one up.
Lou's waiting for me.
Yeah, sorry, Tom. Sorry.
That goes into, sorry, Tom. But don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, don't put your eggs in one basket. Exactly.
Oh my God.
That is too funny. What's this one? World's smallest violin. Yeah. So don't cry me a whip. Don't cry me a whip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the violin. Rubbing your two fingers together.
Here's a good one. It's a very popular still to this day. Is if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, man.
Don't fix it.
That means if you got a good system working, if things are going well, that means keep it going. No need to change it.
Just keep it moving.
And then there's another one that's spin off of that. Don't reinvent the wheel.
There you
go.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the same kind of the same thing.
What's not broke?
Yeah, it is.
That's what.
Yeah.
Don't reinvent the wheel.
But one that always gets me is it doesn't cut the mustard.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I mean, you can kind of figure out what that means. Meaning like, oh yeah, that doesn't. I don't believe that, or that can't be true. But what does cut the mustard mean?
I don't know.
I never thought about that. That is crazy, man.
Well, there was a phrase. We're getting off
maybe
topic
mustard
here. Wait a minute.
green.
Let me finish it.
Go ahead.
There was a phrase that I heard from somebody that I once knew who said, if you can't cut the mustard, you could always lick the jar.
Huh?
Do you know what that means?
No.
That sounds a little sexual to me.
It is. It's exactly what it is.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, see, I thought we were doing a a G-rated show.
But that
We were. I didn't know that.
But that term, cut the mustard,
Little
might
girls
actually,
and boys.
that could always refer to mustard greens. You cut the mustard greens, maybe.
Okay. That is.
There's
I've got the college on
Yeah,
tonight.
he does too. Yes, he does.
Look
He's
at me,
so
Buffy.
educated.
Actually, it is cut the mustard greens.
I love it. That is freaking hilarious, man. Oh man, there was one I saw here before, man. I'm cracking up because so Frank,
This is
when
great.
you slip and you busted your ass, right, and something hurt, what were you told to do?
Get up and, I'm sorry.
No, okay.
You'll be all right.
Yeah, walk it off.
Well, all right.
And
I'll
then
walk it off.
Walk it off.
Yeah, they tell you to rub some dirt on.
Yeah.
here's one of my favorite ones. It's dark, but as dead as a doornail. You know what I mean? That's when someone is definitely dead. Like if someone, you walk into a room and someone is decomposed, you go, that person's dead as a doornail.
That is the truth. That is crazy.
Yeah, well, the other one is,
This is a good one.
he's got a pine cover.
Oh yeah, yes, I remember
Which
that.
means he's in a coffin.
That is great. Go ahead, Lou. Which one you got?
About as handy as a back pocket on a T-shirt.
I've never heard that one, bro.
That's
Yo, I've never heard that one.
You know,
That is
here's the one we all know.
What?
Hold that thought.
Yeah.
Not worth the powder to blow him to hell. Harsh but classic. Remember that one?
No, I really don't remember that one.
What was the one that we always heard, Frank? It was always a
I
phrase.
don't know. I'm still jiving on that one.
Yeah, that's one. That's a pretty rough one.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Sorry
What you
about
say,
that.
Tom?
there was to say that one of
It's on
my.
the list. I just read it. We're crying out loud.
Really scaring me.
What about when people
But you're
say
the one who printed it up, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly. The people say, what?
people say back in the day,
Back in the
Yes.
day, yo.
you know? But what is back in the day? Is that supposed to be like really like 40 years ago, right?
Well,
Like
it all
back
depends.
or is it supposed to be like 20 years ago?
Well,
back
it
in the
depends on
day?
who you're speaking to. So, like, we think about it. If we talk to somebody who's in their 20s, right?
Yeah,
And, we're saying back
like
in the day, it was before they were born.
yeah.
Hey, well, or I could go, back in the day, Louie and I at this time be taking a nap because we'd be going out dancing for the next
Oh, yeah.
14 hours.
That's right.
Right,
It's 9
exactly.
o'clock. Yeah. 9 o'clock, we're going to sleep. Take a quickie little power nap. Yeah.
Get up and get ready, then go.
Yeah. That is funny, man. Yeah. Just
Oh,
those.
Thank you for getting us home so many times.
Oh,
my
bro.
God, you ain't
Yes.
kidding.
Gotta throw that in there.
Oh, my
Not
goodness.
changing
So
your
I would-
subject,
Yes.
hanging on by a thread, which is kind of
Yeah. And what's
barely
the-
surviving or functioning.
Yeah. Dude, that was us when we said come back with the hangovers and have to go to work or whatever the next day from
those
partying in the
hurt
club.
so bad. Remember when we went to the Limelight to see Peter?
Oh, yeah.
And was it Ace too? I don't know. Was it Ace too?
Yeah.
And,
it was Peter and Ace's
right.
tour together. Yeah.
And we were right there on the floor. We couldn't hear shit the next day.
That's
Nothing.
how
Every
you got
shit the
to
next day. We
couldn't
were
hear nothing.
walking out. We were walking to the car after the concert, and we're screaming at each other.
That's
And
how
we're
loud it
thinking
was.
like we're just talking normal level.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun.
It was messed
Thanks
up.
for that memory.
You're
bro.
welcome.
Yo, that is great. There you go. Don't let your lip drag on the floor. That's to stop the sulking. Enough. Man up.
Well,
Get
Right.
up. Make it happen.
Get over it.
Right.
Yeah, get over it all day.
I love my brother's. My brother's favorite one is Louis. He's a piece of bread, which is
I never heard
just to
that.
say, it's a Italian thing. He's like, oh, Marianne, she's a piece of bread. It just means like she's the coolest, or you're the coolest.
Oh, it's a good thing. Okay, I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no,
Oh,
it's
okay,
definitely a-
because I thought it would be the opposite. Like, she's a piece of bread,
Piece of
just a
bread.
size.
Yeah,
Stale
just a
piece of
side
bread in a
chick,
corner.
Yeah. You're still over there.
No.
But no,
Yeah.
so a piece of bread is good. Okay.
Yeah, that is.
That might-
funny.
my dad would go, yeah, this guy, he shook my hands like a wet sock. Because you ever go, you shake some people's hands, it's real limp and like a wet sock.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Holy cow, I forgot about that, man. Jeez. and it's crazy because there's a bunch of these that I haven't heard of or look, he just go ahead. What you got?
Colder than a well digger's ass in Alaska.
I said that before. Oh, in Alaska.
Yeah. Alaska.
No, that's crazy.
And it's just crazy, man. Just the things that we used to just come up with, just the things that were made up, not just us, as kids growing up, the slang. These are freaking hilarious. Look at can't fix stupid.
Can't fix stupid.
Nope, but you could numb it with a 2x4.
Cold enough to freeze the balls of a brass monkey.
Yeah, that's a good one. I've never heard that one, man.
Oh, that's great, man. I love it.
Oh my God, what's this? You look rode hard and put up wet. Holy Jesus, you look rough.
I don't know what that means.
So that means you look rough and worn out, like you look like if brains were dynamite, you couldn't blow your nose. Yes. My favorite one is like if brains were a weapon, you'd be unarmed.
Right.
Yeah, I love that one. That is great.
I've heard that one before.
Oh.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, what is it? What is it? Never mind. Just
it's gonna come to you. It'll come
to me.
Yeah.
We'll be back after this message.
No, this one food related. It says you as welcome as a turd in a punch bowl.
Yeah, that's a great one.
I've never heard that one before.
That's what it is. Almost only counts with horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yes, horseshoe. My parents said that shit all the time.
What was it?
Almost only counts with horseshoes and hand grenades.
That's right.
They say, "Oh, well, I almost got there."
Oh,
well,
yeah,
almost only counts with horseshoes and hand grenades, which is true. Right?
That's what they would say.
Holy shit! I never.
Because almost is what you want for a horse. When you play horseshoes, and then with hand grenades is almost got me.
I never heard that one before, bro.
That's great.
That is freaking hilarious. But you know what? Me never hearing it is just that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Oh yes.
Yeah, but
that's true.
That is too.
But if you go back to like some of the stuff your parents said to you growing up, well, what's some of the the definites? Like me, it was if I did something and mom was like, "Oh, wait until your father gets home."
Oh yeah, because that's where the beating's coming.
That's pretty straightforward, but you know what that means,
right?
Pretty
much.
Yeah, man. Look at even a blind pig finds an acorn once in a while.
That's right.
Yeah.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
That's
right. Yes.
It's just amazing so much there is, the things that we said. The
Useless
dog won't
as a chocolate
The dog
teapot.
won't hunt.
Useless as a chocolate teapot?
Yeah. Because I guess it would melt.
It'll melt. Yeah.
That's true.
That is freaking hilarious, man. I mean, like you said, like what I was saying before, just so many things that we came up with just on the fly. Look at Tom's still going with him. What you got, Tom?
As welcome as a turd in a punch bowl.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before. Yeah, man. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
The food-related ones are serious. Like, there's another one that was on there. I was like, no love.
Funny.
No love. Yeah, man.
Remember that thing you used to hear your parents said? You get a chill. Your parents said,
somebody walked over your grave. Yeah.
Remember that?
You ever hear that one, Tom?
What?
That's when you get the chills, like you're just sitting here and there's
somebody walked over your grave.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I heard that one before. That's a weird one.
That's a weird one.
I'm gonna go with that one.
That never made any sense to me.
And the scary thing is that was the parents who actually said that to you.
Yeah.
And then, or the other one is like if your ears ringing, you're like, someone's talking about me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
My ears are ringing.
That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm. But now is that a superstition?
Huh?
That would be a
possibly it was carried down from, their parents to them, to us.
Right.
And it just gets, eventually at some point it starts to fade away, I guess.
Because I'm not going to lie, when they used to say that, you get the chills and somebody's walking over your grave, I would be upset. I'm like, well, who the fuck buried me where?
Right. So basically you have died already.
Right.
Yeah, that's the one that's the weirdest one.
You died already.
And
right now it's just what happened already.
Yeah, that's so weird. That's so weird.
Yeah.
Right, I know, right?
Like, someone just walked on my grave. Wait, wait, are we dead? Are we like
No.
replaying?
So you're
our
feeling
life?
what you already
Like what's going on here
experienced.
now?
See, you guys went dark.
Yeah,
I was like,
saying.
no, I went the other way. I was like, like, well, I can't even think of what I was going to say now because you guys just had me thinking.
Sorry.
Like, am I dead? Am I in the Matrix? Like, what the,
right, exactly.
Where am I?
But it doesn't make. That's why it doesn't make sense.
That's right. It's just stupid saying, really, when you think about it. It's probably a superstitious one.
Mhm. Yeah.
Probably more geared in that area because of that.
That is too freaking funny. That is too freaking funny. Yeah, no. Yeah. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. Oh, where there's smoke, there's fire.
That's right.
I'm just saying.
Make sure we don't accidentally press the buttons.
Oh, no. The button's over there.
Okay.
All right, but what about like you're barking up the wrong tree?
Oh, you're barking up the wrong tree.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because it ain't me there, buddy. It's not me.
So, I mean, I get it. The dog will chase something up a tree and they'll stand there and they'll bark. But what does it mean, up a wrong tree?
Yeah.
I mean, what they're barking for isn't up the tree.
Right. Yeah.
Is what they're barking for, isn't it?
Right, but what's on the tree?
A squirrel.
But I
What's
look at it as like,
squirrel?
No, what's on the tree?
Bark.
no, that's a reach. I think ultimately, I think it means, like if, a 4-foot man starts telling a 6'8" guy, "Hey, I'm gonna kick your ass." To me, that's you're barking up the phone.
Yeah, because you're now busting this ass. Yeah. You're not kicking my ass there, buddy. Yeah. Oh, she's all gussied up, though.
Oh.
There you go. That's a good one. She's looking all nice and purdy.
This ain't my first rodeo.
Yeah.
First rodeo. There you go.
There you go.
That's another one, too.
Exactly. That is a good one.
That is a good one.
Yep. Cried like a whipped pup. Yeah.
That always hit me with the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Oh, dude, I hear that so often because between my sons and I, even my
Sweating
dad,
like a fat kid in a bakery.
Oh, dude,
Nice.
yeah, I got really dirty ones for that, bro. Yeah, I got bad ones for that sweating one, bro.
Oh, me
my
too.
God, yeah.
Me too. I'm not gonna
we
say
can't say those. Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So, like you said,
Sweating like a fat kid in a bakery. There's
right.
There's ones that are like that.
Yeah, like sweating like a blah blah blah.
Yeah,
blah blah. Yeah, we can't say those.
No.
Because I got some good ones. Funny as hell, man. Yeah,
Here's a few clowns short of a circus. He's a few clowns short of a circus.
Yeah, yeah. I know. Listen, I know a few people like that, bro. Yeah.
Let me play you the world's smallest violin.
Yep, that's with your little fingers.
Playing just for you. Meaning sarcastically mocking someone who's whining or seeking sympathy over something minor or self-inflicted.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Often said while mining, playing, and tiny.
Yeah, that's a crybaby.
Fingers.
That's a crybaby.
I like it. I remember that one.
Yeah.
I've heard that one a lot as
Hell
well.
yeah. What
Parents would say that shit too.
They would say it to you, or would you say it about people?
No, they probably said it to me too. Like if I was bitching and moaning about something I didn't get or whatever, and they'd be like,
yeah.
They would do that with their fingers.
Yeah, because they used to play the big one for me though. Like my godfather, yeah, he was like, yeah, whatever, bro. He was just like he was playing what's that called? The big violin thing.
The bass violin?
Yeah, like the bass violin, that big jammy.
Violin.
Like the doom, 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 doom. Yeah, one of those. I'm like, oh, really, bro? That's
I think it's called a bass.
It might be a bass. Yeah, it could be.
It's a bass.
Oh, it's called a bass. Not a bass.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's
that
acoustic
thing.
bass.
Yeah,
yes,
acoustic. There you
bass,
go.
Yeah.
Here you go. That dog won't hunt. The idea or excuse won't work. So not believable. Yeah, no. That dog won't hunt here.
Pet that dog.
Yeah.
That dog.
That dog will hunt.
Dog.
No, there's an Instagram channel of this girl. She's like from Appalachia. She's like, I'm from Appalachia.
No.
But she always says her catchphrase is like, can I pet that dog?
Yo, that's great.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is too funny,
Can't let
man.
that out.
Holy cow, man. Same old song and
but-
dance.
Every dog has his day.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one, too. Every dog has his day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
drunk
Hello,
has his
Mary.
drink.
Oh.
Every drunk has his drink.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
His drink.
Yeah.
And it's a line in a song, too, by the way.
Is it? What song?
It's a Billy Joel song.
Is it? I don't know which one you're talking about then. Which song is that? Remember?
Let's see. Every dog has its day. Every drunk has its drink. Help me out here, Frank. Which song is it?
I'm working it through the
it's going
the
to
Rolodex right
now. There you go. That's a going right there. I'm thinking through the. Yep. I'm thinking through the Rolodex.
I haven't upgraded.
Yeah.
I haven't upgraded to the cloud. I still
can't
use
check
the
my
Rolodex.
phone because I don't.
You know, the younger generation doesn't even know what Rolodex is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have.
You know, the scary thing about that is, if they ever, shut down the power, the Rolodex is reliable. The things we're speaking into right now are not.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah. But
Sad.
you know what the crazy part is though? Is there's no, like you don't even know how to write it down anymore. Like where would you even keep your Rolodex now?
Don't Ask Me Why was the name of the song.
Oh.
That's it. Don't ask me why. Son of a gun, you beat me to it. I love you, Louis.
That's great.
There was no way I was going. No,
There's no fan, though. In all fairness, Louis was always a much bigger Billy Joel fan. He actually turned me into the nut I am on.
Billy Joel.
All those years.
Dude,
I had to listen to Captain Jack one more time. I really killed the butt.
That's funny.
the only other option to a Rolodex would be phone book.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I had that.
I used to have
a phone book. Phone book.
I used to have the
Yeah.
Oh, composition book, dude. That's a big
composition book. When you get bored, you can always color in the little white things on the front.
That's
true.
the
I've done that too.
Holy shit! I forgot about that. My God.
You started out at the beginning of the year. It was all nice and pristine. By the second month, you're like, maybe just a couple up here in the corner.
I'm gonna make a design.
Yeah. I'm done.
Holy
Right. You just got a black. You could just black it out.
Yo,
if you wanted to.
Exactly right.
That is too funny.
Sorry, I kind of got us off track.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
All right. Well, strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah. No lie. That is funny.
Yeah.
The hell is that?
Oh, we fixed it. Oh,
no, we didn't. It's vibrating off of something.
Sorry. We had some feedback.
Yeah, just a little feedback, but I don't know where it's coming from.
Sorry. Is that me?
No. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Huh.
It's weird.
Yeah, talking your thing.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
When you held that in, it stopped.
Did it? Let's see. Oh, yeah.
Wait.
No.
I assume you'll cut this out.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we might.
Well, not really. That's going to be hard.
So it's all right. All right. We'll just keep going.
Yeah, is it still on? No.
See, now that was a perfect example. The three of you trying to figure it out. There's the perfect one for that. Too many cooks spoil the gravy.
Too many chiefs, not enough Indians. Remember that one?
There you go. Too many chefs in the kitchen.
Yeah.
That is funny as hell.
Which I said every Christmas Eve.
There you go. And not Thanksgiving?
Well,
no, Thanksgiving, they all left her. My wife, actually, Nancy would handle Thanksgiving for the most part, but Dad would always try to challenge her on the turkeys. So we always had like 57 pounds of turkey because we had to have 2 turkeys, and there was always a turkey off. But that's all good stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
All right. So can anybody tell me, and Lou, you might know this one, don't take any wooden nickels. That's got to be real. I mean, that's...
Frank, let me ask you a question. Where are you sitting right now? Are you in the same spot you were before? Okay, because we felt like we were getting some... like you were fading out there for a minute.
Yeah, I hear you.
You good?
How's this? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. I hear you. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
We didn't want to lose you.
Kind of funky. Something just sounded kind of funky.
Don't screw this up. I want to be invited back again.
Yeah,
I hear you,
we
man.
made fun of somebody and it's coming back to mess with us. Man, it'll probably come out on whatchamacallit when we hear it.
Yeah, probably when I filter it. Not a big deal. Anyway, just ignore it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
What was the last one you said, Frank? I'm sorry.
Like while the iron's hot.
That.
No. I'm sorry. Not that one.
I haven't heard that one in a long time, by the way.
Don't take any wooden nickels.
There you go.
Wooden nickels.
Yeah.
Wooden nickels.
Because when people, they would give away those fake nickels and then they would bite on the...
Right, they would see if it was real.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of people getting over on people. It's such a shame that even today that still happens.
Yeah,
Even more
it will happen, and it'll always happen.
Yeah, and like they used the fake ones because they would bite into them and then try to bend it, because if you made a mark, then you knew that it was a fake nickel or a fake change, fake money or whatever. So yeah, that's insane. That is insane, man. How much in happened? How much in reality?
Hello. Okay.
How much in reality these sayings came in? You know what I mean? How much stuff that we did, that we said, and it all came to fruition, I guess we'll say. Not fruition, I don't want to say it like that, but all the things that we made up, all the sayings that we had, they were all part of something that happened in real life or was going on in real life.
Yeah, but the thing that kills me, I guess I never really thought, like, if I would have thrown out there, oh, beggars can't be choosers,
Mm-hmm.
I, never really connected how that actually would apply to me. You know what I mean? But it all makes sense now. And Louis and I were talking about this earlier. I think it's about us getting a little bit older where things, start to reveal themselves as to what they actually meant.
Yeah, exactly, man. Because the more you think about all the things that we said, like you said, the sayings were to something, like they say, jokes are based on truth, on a reality. So that then now when we make these funnies and, like I said, it's almost like a short version of everything that we did or that we were doing that particular moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's wild.
I just always remember, though, if I would have tried something and I really screwed it up, and I'd go to my dad or even my uncle for that matter, and I I tried this thing and it happened, and they go, yeah, you're a day late and $1 short.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was like, thank you. I feel the love in that.
That is hilarious. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. It is true, man. Because like I said, all the things that we would think about, I mean, it's just insane. I think it's just funny, like as far as jokes are concerned, certain stories that, have that moral ending, if you will. It's all stuff that we lived through in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I don't think the stuff that we watched would be allowed on TV.
Oh, definitely not. Like what we were talking about upstairs, we said Spaceballs 2 is coming out.
Yeah.
It's like things like that.
Yep.
That'd be funny.
I if that actually happens, which I hope it does, I don't even know if the younger generation would actually be able to appreciate it the way we would.
I think he knows that already.
Mm-hmm.
I think he knows that because it's the people who loves him, he's doing it.
But the thing that scares me, though, is you're right. He does know that. But it makes me afraid that he's going to alter it to a point to be able to, I have to think about
I don't know.
this
you think
category of folks. And I hope not.
Well, but it's going to be good.
I'm going to be there one way or the other. We're going to find out, hopefully.
Well, you know what?
May the Schwartz be with you.
There you go. Yes.
Be with you.
Yes.
The Schwartz.
The kids love it.
Yeah.
The flamethrower.
Flamethrower, yeah.
Spaceballs, the flamethrower.
But you know what, though? It's different jokes. I think that's what we're going to have to realize, too. You know what I mean? It's different funnies that we have, or we had, than the kids have. Does that make sense? So then all the jokes. Absolutely. So all the jokes for us, we're going to be like, that's kind of lame, but the kids will get it.
Well, but that's what I'm saying, though. So, my fear is, okay, we're the true fans, right? And he's going to have to modify it such that a younger generation would be able to get it, but us being the older generation would be like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah. Well, you know what?
And I hope he's able to find just a nice even mix in between.
Yeah.
Which I think he could. I mean,
well, yeah, that makes sense.
Here's the point. He's one of the greatest. If anybody could do it, he can.
Right.
I'm 50, going to be 57. My daughters are half my age. We both can sit down and watch Young Frankenstein and laugh like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, you got it.
Put it on the Ritz.
Yeah.
Young Frankenstein.
Put it on the Ritz.
You ever seen that one?
Yeah.
I love that movie, bro. That's my favorite part.
So good.
That's
good. Louis and I, we torture each other throughout the years. We send clips. Back and forth.
Yeah.
Frankenstein.
Love it so much.
Yeah.
Why isn't it
Frankenstein?
Not Frankenstein.
Why isn't it Frederick Frankenstein?
Yes.
It isn't.
Frederick Frankenstein.
I see. You must be Igor.
Yes. Yo, that's the greatest, bro.
You got it. Igor. Well, they told me I had this, dude. But they were wrong then one day.
Yo, I love it, man. And, and that's what, like you said, things like that.
It's classic, man.
It's all classic, but, that's where sayings came from. That's when, we would just come up with things because movies influenced us to say things and comparisons to have the funny sayings that we were doing, earlier.
Right, right, exactly.
It's just
We had some crazy comedies. Like, think about Airplane and all those kind of parodies that started coming out, and they just started getting worse. You know what I mean? It's just getting that hand, I think. But remember when Airplane first came out?
Yeah.
It was hysterical.
Yo, don't call me Shirley. Yeah.
Don't call me Shirley.
Hospital?
That is great.
What's that?
Yeah.
That's a tall building.
Yeah.
And you know what? You couldn't do that. Even that movie, if you took the original movie and put it in a theater and let everybody in for free, I guarantee you by the end of the movie, there'd be like a billion lawsuits.
Yeah.
Oh, I was offended.
Yeah.
And it's like, lighten the fuck up.
Yeah.
Please.
Well, for our day, it was different, right?
Right.
So,
yeah. We those were real funnies because we were making those same kind of jokes. I saw a real thing on social media, and there was a guy playing rap music, older rap music.
Yeah.
And some young kids were listening to it, and they were losing their freaking mind. Like, he said that? How could he say that? And it was Eminem. So Eminem isn't even like that old school, kind of thing. But that people were bugging out over Eminem's raps, what he was saying, who he was talking about. Like, oh my God, I can't believe he said that.
Yeah, but they didn't listen to the words.
They were listening to the words.
But they took it for something else when he meant something else.
Right. They weren't associating it that he was talking about his family or, he was just the lyricist, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just the rapper.
Right.
They're just like, oh my God, how could he say that? But meanwhile, when you listen to some of these rappers and some of the shit that they're saying, it's like, dude, like, really? Like, you're not even saying anything. There's no message. There's no talking about your feelings. There's nothing behind it. But,
Right.
You're absolutely right. And because the rap back then was about what they were living.
Right.
What was happening on the street, how they were raising, growing up, what they had to do to survive. That's what rap started out with.
Right.
And so, when you listen to LL or you listen to Ice Cube or you listen to fucking even early Eminem or Dr. Dre, even Snoop for that matter, they were all talking about what they were living. Today, you get these, they come out there, they just pick this arbitrary subject and they create a rap about it, but they don't really know anything about it. They didn't live it.
Right.
And that's the difference between the two.
Yep. And that's why we're so great. Just saying. You're
going to make me want to put on my Run DMC after
There you go. Yes.
You go.
Go out there and just blast it on in the backyard, man, and enjoy it. But so with that, Frank, my brother, man, appreciate you being here again with us. Always fun, man.
It's awesome as usual.
Yes, thank you for being here. So with that, we're going to go and end the show with that. So thank you all for listening, watching, follow us, like us on everything, YouTube and every place you can find your podcast. So love, peace, and hair grease.
Live long and prosper.
And you're vegan.
Holla.